Took me a minute. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, serious or what?
Okay, thank you. Yep, I may have to dodge out of here for just a second. I had some food brought. Reese, if you're here, shout out. Also got a few other people said they might stop by. I will be right back. All right. Huh. Nobody here. Sorry. There's some food brought. Hell of a deal. You buy 2 packages of smoked sausage, you get 3 free. And they were overstocked. Needed to get them out of there. Thank you. Reese, you didn't find your way here. Not yet, anyway. Let's kick on some music. We need some background here, kids. Earlier, man, it was making a hell of a noise. Kind of hoping Gator Sky comes on. He's a hell of a good mod. I missed several years, Gator. I went back through them and watched them and gave you some likes there. All right, man. You're going to have to maybe teach me how to StreamYard people. I'm not on StreamYard yet, I don't think. I don't think I can add anybody. But hey, let's chat, man. Oh, yeah. I'm going to subscribe, I think. I know StreamYards, they're connected to my Gmail. I'm going to turn around and do a subscription on them, I think, at the beginning of next month. Right now, this is a time I like to give a shout outs to subscribers. First one goes out to Devo and Upstate. I'm telling you, Devo's Weed Chronicles. I wish I had my mod in here. He might even put a link to their channel. He does lives, does some reviews, bud review, some flower review. Go there. The live panels were great, man. No drama there, kids. Give a shout out to JB. he might be popped in here for just a second and then going to bed. It's pretty late there in the UK right now. Authority check. I know you're a sub there, man. I know you watch occasionally. Like I said, Gator Sky Exploration. Gator, the man can play. Made me look like a damn amateur. But anyway, he got some great videos too of the sky in his area. Desiree, crazy purple Kirby lady. Lady Love. Check out her live panels too. She's very sweet lady. Motor City Maniac. Hey man, shit to you, brother. Yeah, I know. I haven't learned to do all that yet, Reese. I think that's all I had. Mike Reese, of course. Reese, man, talking to me. He occasionally posts a video now and then. He gets playing some guitar, adds some spooky effects. Well, not spooky, but I like the effects you throw in there. Hey, how's the background music, Reese? I can't do that. I couldn't. I push too many buttons. I'll be all fucked up here. Damn it. Yeah, I don't even want to try it. There's too many buttons right now. I need someone like Upstate to get on here and say, well, do this and do that. Upstate's the master of this shit. Let me see what I got here. How'd you like my joke about well, officer, I swear to I swear to drunk I'm not God. That's pretty fucked up. For some reason my chat won't come up on my phone. What's up with that? Oh, I know why. Because I'm not on the right one. Hey, there we go. It would help, wouldn't it? Post the link for coming up. Yeah, I can't. I didn't do that on this one particularly. You don't have access to this feature. You don't have access. I could do a manage. I don't think that'll do it though. See, that's why I need somebody who's really good at this to say, hey, do this, that, and the other thing. There the chat is. All right, we're good. How's the background music? Is it too loud? $801, did you make it over to here? Because I see he was on my other one. Sorry, 801, I had to drop that one. Hope you're here now, man. I see he's, let's do this. That was 6 minutes. That was probably the other one. Oh. Cheers, Reese. Good shit, Maynard. Cherry vanilla flavored Captain Morgan. Doesn't even taste like you're drinking alcohol hardly at all. Feels like it. It don't taste like it. And damn you, Reese. I'm addicted to these goddamn carts now. I kept pushing them and I finally checked it out. Oh, yes. It's over there in manage. Let me get over there to manage. Yeah, it's out 801. We're on here now. Tell me I had to redo. There we go. We'll get 801 on here too.
Introducing the new home
Oh, I did, man.
high excursion woofer being formally treated.
We could have sat down and did some drinking together. Yeah, he's the kind of guy I'd get along with.
HomePod senses its
Rugged, but
intelligence for its place.
you know, he control your shit, man.
Advanced
You're
conversational
stupid.
audio, powered
I can
by
tell he's that kind of guy.
While music surrounds you with spatial audio.
Let me see. I'll try again. I don't know if it'll let me.
HomePod speakers can be used for stereo,
My phone.
which is even more immersive. It all comes together
Back out
with
of
the
there.
ultimate home audio
Yeah, there
experience.
we go.
HomePod is also
Tell 801 where to find
with
us.
privacy and security built in.
Hell yes.
Hey Siri, lights on.
All right. Let's
Transfer
see
music using
here.
your own phone.
Hey Siri, what's the temperature in here? 78 degrees.
There we go.
And with Siri, you can do so much more.
Hey Siri, tell everyone food's here. Food's here. Food's here.
Hey Siri, play dance music
Yeah,
everywhere.
go back to that one. I'll tell everybody to go there. There you go. Come here. My mistake. I'll try not to make that again. Pardon me. There you go. There, I kind of redirected from the last one. Reese, you're not saying much. That's what this is, me interacting with the panel. Till I find out how I can bring people up, do all that. I hate those commercials. I try to cut those out, kids. Sorry. That way I don't get tore up for it. I shouldn't though anyway. All right. Back into the chat. There we go. Reese, what's going on, man? Reese is doing what? Shrooms? Ooh. That'd be nice. I don't have access to that right now. Try to save some money. Gotta get something new. Get behind the wheel of her. Handlebars. Spring's coming. I bought a motorcycle. A new one. Trying to pull resources together so I don't have to have a big monthly pay. A few things I want to get rid of. It's kind of why I got them slightly later, but I at least get what I put into them or more. I have a generator right now. I paid $400, over $400 for it. They're almost double that now. Doesn't even have an hour's worth of running time on it. It's only been started up to make sure that it works. About 10 minutes, half an hour every year I've had it. Yep. A few other collector items, even baseball and football cards, basketball cards, those have really gone up big time. The ones that were junk before are now worth something, which is nice. Quite a few of those as well. Oh, Reese. I don't know how to do that. I was told you could do it all from your phone. Got the laptop going, of course. Hey, by the way, I have this laptop and this camera and this very nice cordless mouse, all due to the man right there. Mike Reese. Much gratitude, man. Much gratitude. It's just the other. It's probably opposite. I'd probably point over here. Actually, I point down here, right? Yeah, down there in the comments. Reese, thank you, man. Still gratefully appreciated. Try to get me to say that in another hour. Properly, anyway. I don't know how to, Reese. I don't know how to do that.
This picture, so amazing.
I don't know if I go into manage and then do it from there, because I have access to that. I'm not sure. I was saying earlier, I wish I had someone like Upstate now in the chat, because he could walk me through it. The man's a fucking wizard at this shit.
Best comedy on TV. I could do TV.
And having a mouse, I think, helps a lot too. You know, you can back click on shit that you can't.
Going on, Jason. What up, Jimmy? I just found my new Apple Series TV. What? You have a new Apple Series?
This one doesn't.
Yeah. Who does it?
I'm sure it's in one of those or in this YouTube studio.
Steak is with a mustache. Scorsese.
Collapse menu.
DiCaprio.
So they can open it up. Might be through the Chrome, the chat.
Cool.
Community moderation. See, I don't know which one to. I don't want to click over there and manage if it's going to knock me out. See, that's the only thing I'm worried about. And someone that knows more about it than I do. Unfortunately, I will find out though as time goes on. Try going into StreamYards and post the link. StreamYard, you know, I don't think I'm in StreamYards. I'm in live YouTube studio streaming, live streaming. I'm not in StreamYards yet. Yeah, I don't have a link. I'm not linked up to StreamYard, YouTube. I go right into YouTube. I go into my channel, and then I tell it to go live. That's what I'm doing. I'm not StreamYards. I think I'm just live YouTube. I think you get like 20 hours a month, something like that. But I know StreamYards. I did link my Google account to StreamYards. Beginning of next month, I'm going to get a subscription going. Right. I am live just by myself. Right. So let's talk, man. You're going to have to do a little bit of keyboard. By the way, is the music too loud or all right? I love that, man. I'm live by myself. That's what I'm saying. It's just some older rhythm and blues. Put it off in the background. Summertime blues, they called it. Yeah, summertime blues. Gotta have that good music, you know. Yeah, I gotta wait till I get a little bit more feedback from people who know more about what they're doing. That's all right. It's fine. You learn as you go. Made a few mistakes. I know who not to mingle with. Stay out of other people's chat, other people's panels that would mean to do you harm. You know, just stay away from those types. It's better, you know. Found a crowd that I really like. All seem to have the same kind of mindsets. Enjoy life as we go. Here we go. Yeah, I see mine. My guitar sitting over there in the corner, all by itself. There we go. Well, let me see if I can come up with a story like that one. A lot of experiences, kids, in a lot of different places. And I remained in places for too long, too. One was a Cadillac, just south of Cadillac, Michigan, on the old original Mackinac Trail. I lived in these cabins for about 8 years. I think they were 10 by 16. You had your own little bathroom. And I had an extra sink, too. Most of them didn't have an extra sink, but I did. Outside of the bathroom. A microwave, had a boiler. I even had an outside grill. I'd grill in the middle of winter. I didn't care. I loved it, man. The owners ended up selling the place. I became disabled. You know, I was a manager for a while. No one had ever filled that place up except for me, with people who were paying every month. You know what I mean? He's a good property manager. And one morning I'm laying there in bed. I hear, what the hell? Get up, it's probably about 7 o'clock in the morning. What the hell's going on? And it was one of the people who were renting the cabins there. Says, hey, man, do you see what happened here last night? I'm a very sound sleeper, man. Very sound. And I wasn't even drinking that night. He says, oh, man, you missed it. He says, this whole place was filled with cop cars. Some guy had pulled in here, and he was a passenger of his girlfriend's car, and he jumped out the passenger side, ran off into the cornfield out there. He says, I sat back in my cabin and watched, and them cops were all out there with the flashlights looking through all that cornfield there. And I see his girlfriend come back up the main road here, Mackinac Trail. She stops, and that motherfucker jumps in the passenger or the back seat on her side and drives off, and they don't even see it happen. I even had a sign up on my cabin. Said, property manager. They never knocked on my door. I never heard it happen. But that guy slicked him. He went into the cornfield because they were pulling him over, and he didn't want to he was wanted or some shit. He went off in the cornfield and made a great big circle around up to the main road. And she come back 15 minutes later and picked his ass up while they're still searching for him. All right, Reese, you're out of here, man. We'll see you. Good night. Yeah, you got to work in the AM. I'm retired. Every day is Friday. Let me see if I can think of a few more of them. Oh, man, there's some crap, man. I used to work for a landscaper, and I mowed predominantly irrigated lawns. We had a few customers that weren't irrigated, like Tractor Supply. They weren't irrigated. That was in Cadillac. Matter of fact, a couple of times, Tractor Supply. First thing you do at Tractor Supply is, because it's right off from 131 U.S. Highway, and there's always a lot of trash out there. So you go out there and you pick up trash. Well, I get out there one afternoon and I'm picking up that, and I look down, I have a $20 bill. Yay-ha! As long as you got one of it, And it wasn't. I bet 10 minutes later, I'm just about done, and I look, and there's another, and it was a separate serial number. Holy crap, man! I grabbed that one. Of course, if you only have half the bill, you only get half. If you only have half the bill with the serial numbers on it, you only get half that amount. So hell, I had $20 now. And I bet it was probably about 3 months later. I'm mowing at a bank, and I see this dad and son out there, and they're looking all over the place. And I'd remembered that the winds had shifted the day before. At some point, boy, it opened up the door, I guess, and a bunch of money flew out. And I remembered that the wind was coming not from the west, but from the south the day before. And I waited till dad and son got out of there, and I was just about done mowing. I get out there and I started wandering around there in the other end, the south end there, and I look in the grass. And sure enough, Three $100 bills and a $50 bill. I grabbed them up, man, and I walked away. Right on, dude. I understand about the weekends off, dude. You know, working, man. I understand. I was there, man. Hey, you're dedicated. Dedicated to what you do. You got to be. What good are you if you're not dedicated to your job? My job used to be building doors, entry doors, and bullet resistant doors. Pretty much all the entry doors you see on stores. Yep. You look at the bottom, and if you see the name Tube Light, yeah, that came from the factory I worked at. I built a few hundred of them myself. I also built bullet resistant doors, level 4. And what that means is it stopped a high velocity round pretty much. But you had to be close up. But with a convenience store, a gas station, who's going to put a sniper out 110 yards till the bullet reaches the velocity enough to go through the window? And who's going to do that? No one's going to put a sniper out there to do that to rob a damn gas station. Close range, it'll stop the bullet. Hell, the glass was that damn thick. Made by Lexan. That shit would what they had me do is they had me build up rather than a full size bullet resistant door. They had me build mock-ups. They couldn't have been more. I think they were 2.5 feet tall, with all the right things in place. They had to be so big because in order to put the glass stops in, it had to be big enough. The glass stops are what hold the glass in. And we send it off to UL Laboratories. UL Laboratories would shoot it to hell. You'd look on the back, on the inside, not a single bullet come through. Not even a piece of it. They were very high class bullet resistant doors. Usually those would go in like Texaco gas stations, where the employee would go in behind all that glass there, and slide through cash drawers. You know, where the money slides up under. But one time they right on, Race. Yeah, I know. Just what you do is you go into YouTube, go over there to your face, click on that, go into YouTube Studio, and then go to live. Maybe because I've got enough subscribers and enough hours. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyway, the shop I worked at before Tube Light for 4 years, they did a mock-up of what a gas station would be like, you know, with the enclosures and all that, employee behind thing, and they wanted us to come out there and try to foil the system. So the first thing I did is I grabbed a cup, I walked over to the cooler, a water cooler, and I put some water in it. And I walked over to that slide through cash tray, and I looked at the guy on the inside, one of the office people, and I said, I just got some gas. And they said, yes, sir, you owe blah, blah, blah. And I said, matter of fact, I put some in this cup, and I threw it into the cash drawer there, and it went up and splashed all over that office employee. And then I pulled out my Bic lighter, and I said, fumes are building up in there. If you don't give me all the cash inside, I'm gonna pop you out of there like a cork. And they went, holy shit, how'd you come up with that? I'm like, simple, gas station, gas, fumes, lighter. It was that simple. I don't think anybody's ever robbed a gas station like that, but if you did it, that glass may pop out at you. Just saying, hold it up over your head when you duck. No shit, man. All right, night, man. I don't know why they're allowing me to then. You know, instead of, it's just at the very top right-hand corner, it says go live. That's what I press. My go live didn't come up till I reached a certain amount of hours or likes. I don't know. I've given you about every like I can on here. All right, Brad. I love it. Rhythm and blues, man. That's just awesome. Well, let's see, what else have I done? I was a carpenter once down in Phoenix, Arizona. Had never done it in my life. Just outside of Phoenix, I bought an Eastwood, which is a little bit longer hammer, blue handle. I'm glad I bought that. And then I bought a paw, which is a rigging axe, which is a hammer on one end and an axe on the other. But because I'd gotten into martial arts years before that, I could swing them around in my hand. I could spin them around in my hand, no problem. So at one end I had a rigging axe, and the other end I had that Eastwood. Just like a gunslinger. Yeah. It's quite a time, man. I got down there, didn't know shit, and I caught on so quick. To get the job, I had to stand in front of had to been over 300 guys. And I got there, and they were all doing lunch. You know, they had the roach coach there. Everybody had already sat down and was eating. And I said, who's the foreman here? And this little bitty southern guy stood up, yeah, that'd be me. And I went right over to him in front of all them guys. I said, look, you pay laborers, I think it was like $10 an hour. I said, I want 12. And I'm going to tell you, after the first week, I'll look at you and I'm going to nod to you. And if you nod back at me, I'm going to stay working at that $12 an hour. If not, I'll walk away. He looked at me and said, young man, you're hired. After the first week, he handed me my check and he said, by the way, you're making $14 an hour. Before I left, he told me, he said, I was working for U.S. Carpentry then. He told me, he says, you come back to Phoenix, he says, don't look me up through U.S. Carpentry. He says, he gave me his business card. He says, you look me up. He says, I like the way you work. First week I was there, I wore a long sleeve shirt. And all the newbies were looking at me like, man, you're going to burn up. I said, yeah, I'm going to sweat a little bit more. And I said, but I'm going to be here all week. And all the older ones look at me and kind of like, they knew what I was talking about. After 3 days in the Phoenix sun, no shirt, you're not used to it. You ain't coming to work. You're too fucking burnt. I was there. I was there for months. I don't know, Reese. I wish I could tell. I don't know if you're still there or not, but I wish I could tell you more, man. Well, you know, so I go into my channel. I go into YouTube Studio, and I look at the top, not the very top, but the next one down. Hey, Dakota! All right, man, Dakota. Dakota's in the house. All right. Dakota knows me very well. We've drank many, many, I don't want to say fifth, but we've drank many a drink together, smoked a lot of smoke. He quit for a while, which is good, man. Yeah. Got his priorities straight. It's a good young man there. It, right on, Reese. Right on, Reese. Yeah, Dakota and I've had some good times up north. He knew me before I came down here in the southern Michigan. Yep, I know his dad. His dad saved my wife one time at a Chinese restaurant. Heimlich. Thank you, Darren. Thank God that happened. I tell you, Reese, if you heard this young man's voice, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you. Everywhere I've gone with him, store clerks, oh my God, they fucking, it's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. Everybody tells him, that's a really good singing voice you got there. Yeah. Yeah, Reese is a good guy. Like I told you, Dakota, he's the one that sent me this laptop that I'm using, and the webcam, and the mouse, man. He sent me a few other things too, man. Very grateful, very grateful. It's a good place, Dakota. Yeah. Matter of fact, while I'm here, Dakota is now moderator. Yeah, yeah. I've known him longer than anybody I know out here so far. Yeah, now you're blue rather than white. You can block people, hassling me or whatever. But I keep a good eye on my chat so far. I'm gonna figure out how to do a live and bring people up on panel, but I think I have to go through StreamYard. I'm right directly through YouTube Studio right now. Yeah. Well, Reese was wondering why I couldn't bring him up. And I don't know how to post the link, and I don't think I can if I'm going directly through YouTube. Eventually, I might get monetized. Who knows? I'm not shooting. Pardon me, I'm not shooting for it though. Once again, I want to give a shout out. I love having this shout out sheet because I want to remind people of who subscribe here. I want to give a shout out first to Devo's We Chronicles. I wish those guys would come up, at least talk to me on here. It's run by Devo, of course, and Upstate Audits. Both great guys. I suggest go to their channel and subscribe to them. I have a great time there. He usually has daily panels, wake and bakes, usually about 11:50 a.m. 11:55. I'm sorry. You got to check them out, guys. You know what? While I'm talking about it, that's right, fixed up. Let me see if I can bring up Devo's. Yeah, I bet I can. I'll post his link right now. Because I go there about every day. I don't go on panel, but I'm in the chat usually. Yeah, there we go. I will post the link to that. There we go. There you go. That's right. There's Devo's Weed Chronicles. It's a great channel, guys. Well, for us in this area, it'd be the afternoon, just before lunch. You might want to check it out at lunchtime, Reese. Yep. Okay, now more of my shout outs. Authority check. Hey, man. Hope you watch this anyway. JKMA. She's a sweet young lady. Gator Sky Exploration. Surprised Gator isn't here. It's all right, though. It doesn't have to be. Isn't designated or anything like that. Okay, more shout outs. Lady Love. Sweet young lady there. You got to check out her channel. You know what? I need to put hers up too. I can do that. Because I know I'm subbed there. Yeah. Come through here and find the young lady. Yeah. Lady Love, where am I looking for? I know it's not under directly Lady Love. Just give me a moment here, kids. I'm gonna have to go through the that a bitch. But she's not under Lady Love. She's under something karmatically correct. That's the lady. Yeah. Let me put her up too. Here's her link too. She's a real sweet lady. She goes on at very times. And Dakota doesn't do much, but yeah. All right, here we go. Here's her link. She's a very sweet lady. She gets stoned like the rest of us. But she's a very sweet young lady. Okay, any more shout outs? Motor City Madman. Oh, I'm sorry, Motor City Maniac. I think Madman was a Ted Nugent. Motor City Maniac. He's another great guy, man. I have a lot of good conversations with him, and I've been on his live panels a few times. I'm going to have to find him too. That's not a problem. Motor City Maniac. Oh, right there. I'll put his link out there too. Why not? It's pretty easy to do. Packing up the camper for the night. All right. There's Motor City's just about. Here she comes. Or here he comes. That's Motor City as well. He's out of Detroit, of course. He's a great guy. Got good temperament, I can tell. Wish he would have been here. Maybe I'll give him a shout out, see if he'll come up. I do have his messenger. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, let's see. Right there. Here we go. I'll let him know. Maybe he'll come up. Okay. I gotta let him know the other way too. Yeah. Oh, broke fishing. What's up, man? All right, man. Good to see you, man. Broke fishing. I see him on Devos all the time, man. Good guy there, man. He's got this nugget right now. Oh my God. I seen that. That was cool, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Get out! Sure. My accent.
There we go. People I know that are right. I make mods right off the bat, man. Hell yes. I'm listening to some summertime rhythm and blues. If you put up the YouTube um, selections I have for rock and roll, they'll shut it down. So I just put up old rhythm and blues. Everybody's happy. Yeah. And Dakota doesn't have any videos or anything like that. I don't think. Dakota, do you have videos out there? No, you don't. Reese, you just sent me a personal conversation. I'll have to look at that in just a minute. Oh, Lady Love's about to go live. I don't like to interfere when Lady Love or Devo or Upstate or anything are live. I like to kind of be out of their way. You know what I mean? Let me see what you said there, Reese. You sent me something. I will check that out, sir. I definitely will. It was probably something I would have looked up eventually. Guys' legs start to hurt when they're crossed like that all the time. I see. I will learn to live stream on YouTube step by step. All right, man. Hey, people are great sources of information, you know. Oh yes. See, my brother wouldn't come on because he's got to work in the morning. But you know, I chatted with him later than this before. Well, that's on him. Oh man, leg hurts. Not unusual. Well, Reese, I can even do you better than that. I can give a direct wink. You could do a wink. Oops, my bad. I know how to do this. Subscription. Reese. I have a lot of subs. Sorry, Reese. It takes me a while to get there. Unfortunately, they're not all alphabetical. But I can zoom right to you. I didn't even know my own son had his own channel until like 3 days ago. That's something. There you go. Now it's a link, Reese. story. One thing you really notice with me, I don't talk about other people's channels that I've had problems with. I leave them alone. It's not worth the drama that it creates, you know. I didn't do this to create problems or to get back at somebody. I did it because I wanted to share some stories and I couldn't do it where I was at. Didn't seem to really matter much. So, I mean, hey, his channel, okay. And that's how I took it. Okay. Then I go do my own channel. And now look at me, I'm doing YouTube Live. Hello. Right on. Right on. I'm loving it. No Dakota and me, why? He don't know anything embarrassing, I don't think. I better think about that, because if he doesn't, I have to go up there and kill him. No. He doesn't. I don't act. I don't act out of character. He's seen me drunkard, man. Fuck. I've been a drunkard fuck out here before. But you know, you get to an age where you gotta maintain at least some kind of dignity. I take it you're all digging the music. Good. Everybody says they like the background here. It's nice and mellow, you know. I don't want to get everything hyped up. Oh, let me think of another story to tell you. Crap. I used to go fishing at this place. It's a sand and gravel pit. It's kind of a main road that kind of comes around it. It had a great big had a great big man-made lake there. And it's really dwindled down to not much now, but they're still pulling sand and gravel out of there. Anyway, a bunch of us were fishing there. It used to be you could go fishing there at night. There was no guards or anything there. No security. Right on, Reese. Anyway, we were just leaving and it was pretty dark. It was probably around 10 o'clock. And we noticed this Chevelle coming, man, and he was fucking flying, man. Nothing was chasing him. And he was coming along just fine. And all of a sudden it looked like he just decided to graze and hang onto the side of the guardrail. And sparks were just flying off. Next thing you know, the dude his car grabbed that guardrail. I bet he tumbled about 11 times we counted. Dude gets out of his car. He's like, wow, what a ride, man. And takes off running. I never did find out if they caught him or not. But damn, man. Yeah, when he was riding that guardrail, that front clip grabbed that one of them solid posts and it just flipped it. 11 times we figured. The dude gets out and it's like he had all kinds of fucking glass, little glass shards all over him, man. It's crazy things people do when they're all fucked up, huh? Let's see, Reese. I thought you were leaving, bro, but that's good, man. I'm glad you did. I'll have to do a static video on that. And that guy that rolled his car, because it was crazy, man. There was roach clips all over the place because I guess he had a whole stack of them. About that thick, he said. He was saying, yeah, man, my roach clips are all gone. They were just everywhere, man. With a feather with a couple pieces of leather attached to it. It was crazy. Yeah, that was the 70s. Hell yeah. See, part of the 70s, I remember it was the older crowd. By the time I got into like junior high, all those radical 60s kids had already pissed off all the teachers and they were putting up with none of us long hair shit. It was nuts. We were catching the attitude that they developed out of these teachers. Another story. What do you think about this one? How long have we been live now? Oh, wow. Oh, right on. Right on. Reese thinking. Yeah, it's a little behind. I'm sorry. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that like button. You got a chance now. I'm going to pause. I'm going to tell another story for a minute here. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and get all those notifications, guys. I'd appreciate that. YouTube would too, because they like the interactiveness. They're not trying to take us down. They're muddling through a rough time, and they're going to get better at it. Even if Congress has to force them. Well, what it is, Reese, is I may not catch the chat. Yeah, I'm running my mouth, and then I look down. I got it up there too. I got it up on because I'm running the studio right now. I've got chat over here to my right on the screen, but I've also got it here on my phone where I can read it a little better. All right, Dakota. Cool, man. Hell yeah, man. I'll be on still for a bit. I don't have an idea how long I've been going so far. Timestamps. None of that. I don't know, it's weird. That's right, man. I'm here to be mellow. I'm not here to talk crap. I talk about the past, man. I had a great life, man. I'm still enjoying it. I tell you, folks, if I'm the kind of person that if I wander outside my door and I stand around too long in one place, that shit starts to happen all around me. It's like it's waiting for me to interact. I'm just one of them kind of people. I'm outspoken, but I try to be kind and considerate at the same time. But I don't put up with shit, folks. I'm one of them. And that ornery, I was laugh while I'm telling a motherfucker off. That's just the kind of guy I have always been. You got something to say it. And now I'm about to hit 62 in March. I don't know if you know, but once you're 62, anyone younger than you puts a hand on you, that's a felony. Oh, are they in for a world of shit now? I'm not going to hold back. Nada. No. This guy doesn't. I barely do know, but you give me the extra crutch. You touch me and it's a felony. I got something to say. Once I hit 50, I didn't give a crap what people thought. What is it? Yeah, 20 to 11. We're not doing too bad here. Yep, exactly, Reese. It sure is. About learning lessons. What's sad is if you don't learn a lesson that's presented to you, you're deemed to repeat it over and over again until you get it, until you at least learn something from it, enough to avoid not putting yourself into that lesser situation. I'll let y'all listen to this tune here for a minute. I have to go see a guy about a tree. That's a polite way of saying it. All right. Yeah, it's too short. Not a tree I want. Hey, well, is it there? I am talking about trees. Something came across my mind. Let me tell you a story about a cousin of mine. My grandmother's sister's daughter, which would have made her my second cousin, my great aunt's daughter. I'm not going to say her name. She's passed away. Anyway, we were visiting some other lightly connected relatives, let's say. This girl hadn't been around black people hardly at all. She'd been isolated around whites predominantly. She had Mexican blood. And anyway, we all went over. Everybody's a drinker, in this crowd. My great aunt, my mom, my grandmother. Everybody's drinking, all the uncles and great uncles and whatevers. And I noticed she comes into the kitchen, and she's got the attention of the older ones. She's a little plump, but she's all cutesy and flirty with them all, And she was getting attention for, a good 5 minutes for what it was worth until her stepdad kind of backed it off from her, and she backed off and she noticed she wasn't getting any attention. About 10 minutes go by and we all hear this blood-curdling scream. So we all rush out of the kitchen, out the back door, run to the front of the house. Now, mind you, everybody's parked in the driveway, and even they have a small gate, and it's shut. The sidewalk's there, and then the street, blah, blah, blah. This cousin of mine is laying in front of this tree. This tree couldn't have been more than 8 foot tall. She had a rope around her neck, and it was tied to the tree branch that wasn't more than 2 foot off the ground. She swore up and down that these black guys had come up and tried to rape her and tried to hang her. No cops were called. She didn't want the cops called. She begged her mom not to call the cops. Couldn't describe the black guy, 2 black guys. They were going to rape her and hang her. It was just one of those instances of somebody who just didn't get enough attention, you know? Yeah. Now I'm going to read this long paragraph here Mr. Reese put down. I was telling that story in the meantime. Exactly. See, Reese, I realized that when I started having conversations with young men, younger than me in my 20s, and I noticed something, that there were men in their teens, there were young men in their teens that were almost as wise. And I thought there would come a day when there'll be a child born who is that wise. I can see him coming. It's inevitable. Anyway. Yeah, one hell of a cousin. One hell of a cousin. That kind of introduced me to marijuana a little bit. She tried to pretend, she'd put a headband on and pretend like she was part of the crowd, you know. And she really wasn't until I ran in or she showed up at a neighbor's house of mine that I ended up hanging out with for a few years. She ended up showing up there to get high with a few people, and we were already in there fucking wasted, man. What it was like a bedroom with mattresses, black lights, and all the posters around, you know, and a lava lamp in the corner, and Aerosmith Rock's album playing in the background, and everybody sitting in a circle passing joints. It got to the point where I was holding one joint, hitting a joint, and there was another joint trying to be passed at me. It was that crazy. I come out of that room, and I'm standing in the hall, and my cousin's coming and goes, "Chris, what are you doing here?" And I could tell she hadn't smoked none of what we just got done with. And I said, "You have a good time when you get in there." And because I just stood up, I was getting one of those rushes, man. And I just leaned against the wall and sat down on my butt and sat there laughing. How come pot don't do that no more? Yeah, they changed the cannabinol content. That's why, kids. See, once they lowered the cannabinol content so that they could grow it faster. You smoke it and it gets you a fucking blasted ass high now. But you notice hour later, you're hitting the pen again. That's just how it is, man. It used to be you smoke a joint and you put it out and you'd be high. And 10 minutes later, you'd be high. 20 minutes later, and it's like, holy shit, I'm fucked up. Cannabinol content had to be high enough to do that. Creeper. That's the way it should be, dude. But growers have sped up the growing time, and it's robbed all the cannabinol. Additives? I'm wondering if you couldn't isolate cannabinols. All right, Reese. Peace, Reese. Have fun, bro. I ain't playing. I can a little bit now. Pardon me. Put that one down. Hey, Dakota, did you make it back yet? I am. And that oil really gets gets me. It all depends when I'm smoking. I'm gonna go buy a cart battery that I don't have to worry about it burning out so goddamn quick. These here, these are the kind that you draw. It lights up from the draw. No adjustment. They burn out. These are the adjustables. And they burn out too. You charge it. It says it's charged. You plug it in. And you go to use it. And it says, no, you got to charge it. There's got to be a way to change that in there. I don't know how yet. But anyway, I've burned through a few of those too. I'm gonna go the thicker ones, you know. I'm gonna have to go buy one of those. I'll just take one of my pens and say, hey, if my card will fit in there and I can adjust the heat, we good. And the battery's gonna last me a couple of months or half a year. Give it up. Yeah. I'll find one. We have so many smoke shops here in the Kalamazoo Portage area. It ain't funny. I used to say, Reese, may the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow. It's an old proverb, in India proverb. May the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow. And like I said at the beginning of this, no, officer, I'm not God. I swear, no, it's like, no, officer, I swear to drunk, I'm not God. That was it. Had to get me to do that later. Let me think of another story to tell y'all. Dakota, you make it back there yet, little bro? Actually, he's more like a nephew. Everybody called me his uncle at this resort, basically, we were staying at. Yeah, everybody called me his uncle. Yep. Let me think of another story here. Quite a few of them. You know, we all used to get pictures taken when we were in school, you know, every year. I don't know why, but well, it doesn't matter. I hung out with these three brothers. They were just a little older than me, each one of them. The youngest one, and we used to wrestle around a little bit. We're in the next door neighbor's backyard. You know, we're trying to do our little martial arty things, you know. And he happened to catch me with a shoe right here. Day before picture day. I wish I could bring up the clip. I have that picture. I have all my school pictures when I was in school anyway. And you can see, thankfully, that scar, or not a scar, but you can see where I had scabs right there that kind of fit his shoe. first name was Don. If he ever sees this, he'll know. All right, Reese. We'll see you, man. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. I thought you were out here sooner than you are, man. But cool. Kind of hoping Dakota comes back in. Yeah, I don't like sitting here alone, but because people do watch them after I've done it anyway, and watch the recorded versions. That's which I'm gratefully appreciative of. I'll have a great weekend. I always do. Always on the verge of Friday. Come on now. Let's see. I already told that story. So many I've already told on my. If you check with my videos, told a lot of stories, kids. Going through some memories here. I had this teacher. I had her in 2 classes. One was in English, and the other was anthropology. I had to have been 8th grade then. I'm about halfway into it. This teacher, she was a different teacher in English class than she was in anthropology. And the difference just made me feel odd as hell. She had this punishment. In both her classes, she spoke of it. It was called sentences. It was like 2 paragraphs of why you should more or less act like a good human being, And if you were punished, you were given at least 10 at a time. It took a minute or 2 to write out each one. I don't remember what triggered it, but she tried to give me like 10 for speaking my mind. And I said, good luck with that. And she said, 20. I said, well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not going to write a goddamn one of them. She said 50, and the whole class went, oh, because nobody'd ever been given 50 but this one guy she talked about. And I said, listen here, lady. I'm not putting 1 drop of ink to paper for that. And she looked at me and she goes, you've got 100. And everybody was like, oh my God, nobody's ever been given that many of Mrs. Blah, blah, blah sentences. I wrote 5. I handed the principal and I said, you can't force my hand to push any more ink than that. Called my mom. I ended up going to different school after that. Yeah, I was a bit out of place, but at the same time, I think she had it in for me from the beginning. Because when she was telling us the story of giving a guy 50, she was looking right at me. I wasn't that much of a rebellious type, but something that day, she just fucking triggered me, and I saw the ugly side of her, and I decided, I ain't listening to none of your shit. I went to even a rougher junior high after that. A little bit rougher. There was 2 junior highs in Kalamazoo. public schools at the time. I went from one to the other. Yeah, it was quite the deal. See if I can come up with another memory here for you. Let's get out of school. School time was fun, but when you're a little freer than that, there are other things that can be done. I was fishing one time, nighttime fishing, Elkhart, Indiana, right downtown, right in the Elkhart River. And I just hooked probably about a 32-inch pike. That was going to be dinner. That and a couple of drinks. And when you handle pike, they're slimy. So I get down to the water's edge. My flashlight, while I'm washing my hands off, I bump my flashlight and it falls in the water and kind of goes across the water, and I can see what's in the water, at least that far down across the river. I'm washing my hands off and I look, and I've been about a foot and a half away from me is the nose of a pair of eyes back even about a half a foot further back. No, about a foot back of a gar pike. If you don't know what a gar pike is, they look like a fucking alligator. They got rows of teeth. He was coming to where that noise was being made. My hands splashing in the water, getting that slime off my hands. Holy shit. Some people lost fingers. Not me. No. Yeah. I'm not going to be on much longer. It's starting to get late here, kids. I don't want to go more than 2 hours anyway. I'll start sometime after 9:30. Yeah, that Reese, he's a good guy. He gets a little mushy after he gets a little beer in him, though. I've noticed that about you, Reese. You're still there working. Hey, that's who you are. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to go refresh my drink. I hope you enjoy the tunes. I will be right back. Gator Sky, where are you, man? Oh yeah. Having a conversation about tequila. Nah, ain't gonna do that. All right, here we go. Yeah, I sit cross-legged here all the time. Old guy. Hmm. See if I can think of another story to tell y'all. Hmm. Had a friend stay over one night. Oh, this had to have been 50 years ago. About that. It was great. We got along, man. I could tell his mom's a little bit older crowd, but kind of alike. I really liked the guy. Well, we had a good night and everything. We lay down. And the guy started sneezing. Achoo, achoo. The young man couldn't stop sneezing. Saved his life. Little did we know, he discovered that night, allergic to feather pillows. Never did stay another night. Still Facebook friends with him. I'm gonna say his first name, Dean. Guy had the thickest head of hair you ever saw in your fucking life, man. And now, he's bald. But he's a God-loving, God-fearing man. God bless him and his wife. Yeah, if you notice, I eat a little bit. I don't eat a lot. I'll eat a little bit at a time while I'm drinking. Proteins. Don't get a hangover in the morning. Oh, that's good stuff. So is anybody else out there in chat? Who else is watching? Go ahead, speak up. I enjoy the conversations. If you haven't noticed anybody who spoke up, I tried to tell 801 that I was here. It says there's another one or two of you in here. Speak up. Dakota, did you make it back? I know you just want another story out of me. There are things that I could tell you, but there's too much background. I'd have to attach to it. Trying to think of somebody else. Let's see. Almost drowned one time. We had this place there's this lake that's called Spring Valley. It's in north of Kalamazoo, just on the north end of Kalamazoo. You Google it, you'll find it. Well, if you follow Spring Valley down through a little stream that runs into what's called Peaks Pond. We used to go there swimming as kids all the time. Great when you skip school too. Wasn't far from the township police department either, which was weird, but great place to hide out. Anyway, it was like it hadn't been a Saturday because there was a bunch of us. And they had this log out in the water, and it was partially waterlogged. And they were all on it, standing on it, pushing each other off and having a good old time. One time that I went to get on it, and it just went under, and it just kept going under, and I took a bunch of water. Oh my God. I coughed it all out, I thought. Well, I did. But it was the one time that I was right at that edge, where, if I had gone to shore, I wasn't going to make it. It's a great place to go fishing every now and then. A bunch of us, me and those three brothers I was telling you about, we caught a snapping turtle out of there one time. Well, it wasn't out of there. They had like a little dam set up for it, and these cement walls are about 8 foot, sunk about 2 or 3 foot into the mud, that will help to channel it. And I looked down in one of those, in between those, and I could see there was a big fucking snapper in there. That son of a bitch had to be that big around, a good 2 foot across. So we all went down there and grabbed that son of a bitch out of there by the tail, I was the only one that would grab my tail. The rest of them were afraid to. He couldn't reach that far around. And we ended up selling it for $30 to some guy that drove by in a truck, old beat up truck. Because we thought about killing it and getting all the meat out of it, but not a damn one of us knew how to do that. We'd have just wasted. But we sold it to somebody and made some money off it, Hell of a snapping turtle. Another time, friends of mine, these two friends were one of them was gonna jump in, and the other one grabbed him by the back of the belt just in time. And he looked and he said, "Look." And the guy in there blowed it all up. He fell in fishing or something, I don't know. One of the guys told me he went through his wallet, took all the money out, and they called the cops. Yeah, very disrespectful. We can't find one of them guys. One of them guys, I can find him. He's still around. But the one who I think took the money, he's been missing for quite a while. I last seen this guy. He was the kind of guy that when he was in a crowd, he'd have everybody on the floor fucking rolling. I mean, rolling. It was silly. And I was on this date with this girl. We were sitting in a bar, and the other ladies were around us, and they're saying, "Yeah, Ronnie's supposed to be here tonight. Ronnie." And I'm thinking, okay, Ronnie, whatever. And then walks this motherfucker, and we're towards the back end of the bar. And by the time he got to us, he had the whole place just rolling. The shit he was talking about, man. I don't know how to explain it. The guy just had the gift of fucking gab and could make you laugh. He's quite the ladies' man, too. We were all in our 20s then. He comes back there, and I noticed Cleaver. He said, "Yay, Chris, what the hell, man?" It's like, hell yeah. And I I just noticed that all these women were all over him, man. It was crazy. And still to this day, I can't find him or his brother. I got a feeling something happened. Him and his brother messed with some ladies that I don't know. He just disappeared. Everybody that knew him hasn't heard from him since back then. I wonder if he didn't mess with the wrong woman and him and his brother ended up disappearing. I don't know. Hard saying. Well, hey, kids. It hasn't quite been 2 hours, but I'm going to get off here. I'm not getting any chat. Looks like Dakota. Hey, Dakota. Well, you had other things to do. Yeah, that's cool. But he knows how I am. So I am going to shut this down here in a minute. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you would, hit the like button. It'll help get it out more. I'd appreciate that, everyone. Until the next one, hey, stay high, be cool. Peace out, my friends.